So where do you get your validation from? Where do you get that feeling that I am worthwhile, that I'm unique, I'm different, that I'm a great human being? Do you know where it comes from? Hey, you're tuned into David Essel's Daily Video Boost, your exclusive online video community. Welcome aboard. Great to have you with us, gang. Remember to take notes. Don't ever trust that brain. Write things down and do one thing today you'd rather not do. So where do you get your validation from? How do you have high self-esteem or high self-confidence? If you do, and if you have low self-esteem and low self-confidence, where does that come from? And what has this got to do with validation? First of all, what's validation? Validation is a confirmation in regards to self-esteem and confidence that you're a worthwhile person, deserving of success, deserving of love, deserving of health, deserving of everything that we want to have as human beings, right? Deserving of a great spiritual path and more. So if your validation comes from the outside world, that you need constant applause, people telling you that you're great, you don't want to rock the boat, you want people to like you, which is another form of codependency, right? If it comes from the outside world, then it's a false form of validation, and you're never going to get enough. There's always going to need more. I was in that situation for years. For years, the only way that I could feel good about myself and comfortable is if I was in front of an audience, whether it was 300 radio stations with Westwood One, or on a stage speaking to 5,000 people, or traveling the world as a motivational speaker. I craved the validation, the constant validation that I was someone. Because that's impossible to fill, those were also the times that I was an alcoholic, cocaine addict, and a codependent in love. I've worked with clients over the years that when I ask them this question and we're trying to boost their self-esteem, that they look in the mirror and they come back the next week with their exercises, their homework, and they say, oh my God, I need validation from women. And then I worked with a woman who's an Instagram star recently who said, David, I need validation from men. I post pictures all the time, sometimes in very little clothes on the beach, sometimes me eating a salad, but I need the cravings. So you know what she did? She went through her Instagram account and deleted everyone. She had, oh my God, hundreds of thousands of followers, and she let go of every one of them except for 250 friends. It was extreme withdrawal. She was nervous every day. She craved to go on Instagram and look at who liked her most recent photos. So I gave her a challenge to not post anything that was model-like, even though she had an incredible body. To not post anything that was seductive, that would get all these men oohing and eyeing. Within 60 days, she was starting to create an internal validation that she was worthy of friendships and love and success without the world having to keep telling her every day. I worked with a young gentleman one time who needed to have sex with women to validate that he was a great guy. He needed to be on websites. He needed to have women interested in him. He needed to go out on dates. And he needed sex to tell everyone that he was virile and strong. His change came when he committed to 365 days off of dating sites with no sex at all and no dating at all. At the end of 365 days, he was a radically changed guy. His self-confidence and self-esteem now came from within because he found all along he had everything he needed to validate himself. He didn't need the outside world. How about you? This is a tough exercise. Write down where your validation comes from. Do you need people to like you? If you're codependent, you don't want to rock the boat, you don't want to upset people, I want you to look and write about that. The internal validation is where self-esteem and self-confidence comes from. If you need help, email me directly to this video or send me an email via the website talkdavid.com. We have lifted thousands of people over the last 30 years as a counselor and a life coach. If it's your turn, we'll kick butt. Have a great day.